Hi guys, gamers, girl gamers, guy gamers. It's Girl Next Door with Girl on Girl Gaming. I'm here with Susan Arendt. We just got out of the Blankety Blank panel, which was a riot.
Thank you.
Tell us how, actually, how did you come up with the questions for and if you'll explain match game or Blankety Blank to my two readers across the pond.
Well, the panel was actually based on an old game show from the 70s called Match Game, which had a celebrity panel, and they were all, what made it really funny was they all knew each other, and they were drunk, completely drunk.
I just came from a house where this old lady had the biggest blank I ever saw. I read it wrong. Hold everything. I read it wrong.
You could have fooled us.
And so the idea is you read a question and there's a word missing. It's filled in with a blank, and the contestant fills it in, and the panelists write down their answer, and hopefully there's a lot of matches, thus the match game. The questions came up from just trying to think of nerdy things that everybody could relate to, and then trying to think of something that would sound vaguely dirty that you could also come up with a clean answer to. You kind of got in the zone, and then they would just rattle off, like ding, ding, ding.
Yes, I did. I noticed that you did say that the panel would be PG-13 answers. However, that kind of went down the drain, didn't it?
A little bit. It got a little, well, it got R-ish. It was maybe a very mature 13. Yeah, okay.
Did you see the little 6-year-old dressed up as Link in the audience? He was sitting across the aisle from me.
Hey man, I warned everybody. I said, it says right in the program that it was going to be raunchy and raucous. So I feel no guilt. Good.
What was your favorite answer of the panel, though?
Oh, God. There were a lot. The only one I can remember right now is Utilikilt because it just kept coming up. And it was a terrible answer. It was awful. Like Venger's Other Horn, like random Dungeons and Dragons cartoon reference? What? So, yeah, I mean, I have to thank my panelists. So they were all amazing. They were absolutely fantastic. So, and they're match game fans, so they get it. So,
what's on a serious note? What's
serious face? Yeah.
Serious. What do you think is the most difficult or challenging part about being a female nerd or a female gamer or a female in this industry?
It's tough, actually. It can be a very hostile. I mean, a lot of people say, oh, it's very, very sexist. It's not that so much. It's just, it's not welcoming. And it can be very difficult to sort of stand up and say, yeah, I don't care if you want me here. I'm going to be here anyway. Deal with it. Women are socialized to be peacekeepers. We are socialized to be ladies, to not cause a fuss. And sometimes to deal with people who would rather keep you out, you have to cause a fuss. So that can be very, very challenging for a lot of women who would really like to engage in more geek activities or come out to something like this, but they feel kind of awkward about it, even though they know all this stuff. Like, they read comics and they watch sci-fi and they play video games. We do all this stuff. We love all this stuff, but they can feel like they're not welcome and be a little fearful of trying to make themselves welcome.
On a positive note, what's your favorite thing about being a female in this industry?
My favorite thing, honestly, and this is going to sound horribly narcissistic, and I really apologize for that, I love being able to show women, we belong. You can do this. If you want to do this, you can. I'm doing this because I just decided I wanted to one day. So I really love the opportunity to show women that it's totally possible. It can be totally positive. It doesn't have to be this horrible catty thing. You don't have to get your tits out every 5 minutes. You don't have to present yourself as a sexual being in order to get attention. You can get attention just by being you, which is cool. So I really love being able to do that and to talk to female geeks and gamers and be like, yes, isn't this awesome? And,
it is awesome,
right? And tell other women yes, come join us because it's awesome. So that's my favorite part for sure.
And one more serious question: do you think that you've noticed? I'm sure that the geek chic trend, where a lot of people or celebrities are coming out now saying, "Oh, I'm a geek for this," or "I'm a nerd for this." Do you think it's beneficial or sort of detrimental to those of us who have kind of had to be closeted nerds for our whole life?
Here's the thing, man. More people loving what we love is not a bad thing. Like, I know there's this kind of screw you, you're a fake nerd or you're a fake geek. Like, okay, I get it. If all you know about Doctor Who is New Who, like, I've been watching Doctor Who since I was freaking 8 years old, okay? If all you know of it is New Who and you love it, awesome. welcome. That's fantastic. You know, we should be embracing more people getting into our stuff, because the more people who dig our stuff, the more access we will have to our stuff. And that's a good thing. Fellowship is awesome. You know, people loving what we love is awesome. I mean, we have to keep in mind there are certain celebrities who will style themselves as geeks because they are pushing a particular project, a particular movie, a particular TV show, whatever. That's marketing, whatever. They're gonna call themselves something else for the next project, whatever. Who cares? But if you meet someone who is new to the stuff you dig, who maybe only knows about comic books because they went to see Iron Man in the theater, that's cool. Like, talk about it with them, educate them, share with them. Don't exclude them just because they're a little late to the party.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much,
Absolutely,
Susan,
my
for
pleasure.
talking to me. I really appreciate it.